It's New Things Day, and I have new things. A lot of shit to go through today. Oh, Christian right off the bat. Attaboy. Good job. Good work. Comics, some books, a few books. It's going to take a while. Vinyl, good bit of vinyl. Like a dealer in Vegas, I guess. And a cereal box. But the most important thing that I have to get out of the way first, and it's not getting out of the way, let's be honest. This is the main reason for the video. The rest of the stuff is secondary. Very good friend of mine. Amazing human being. Great person. Scott, running with comics. I'll put his link to his channel in the bottom. If you haven't checked him out, you need to. Although there's probably zero reason why you would be watching me if you hadn't watched him. We actually did a crossover. Can I call it that? Where it was called Audiography, where we talked about our favorite albums. I may bring that back eventually at some point. I have at least maybe one or two vinyl I got that I may do something about. But he sent me a mystery package. He told me about it. I'm extremely weird about accepting things because then I get anxious about it, and I feel like I don't deserve it, and then I feel like I need to send so many more things back. There will be something coming, Scott. Trust me. There is something coming. I'm currently curating a package for you. But what he sent me, and I think the main reason for the box in the first place was Truth Hurts, number 3 of the Serial Box comics, the Justice League Serial Box comics. While I'm on this topic, I need to put this out there. If anybody has seen the giant size, wrong, I think it's family size, the family size box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch that has the little Crunch pieces dressed up as, I think, Green Lantern, maybe Superman, and I think maybe Cyborg. They're like fighting around the bowl. If anybody has seen that, I will pay you money for it, genuinely. I don't care about the cereal. I need the box. It's the only one I don't have, and I don't think it exists. I know it exists. I looked it out. I know it exists. I haven't seen it around here. It's a mystery. I don't know if it came out prior to all of them and I missed it. I don't know. Down that same stretch of road, if I have any Canadian friends, there is a Fruit Loops special edition coming to you in Canada. It's a birthday cake flavored Fruit Loops brand to celebrate Canada's anniversary. If you can get your hands on that, I want that cereal as well. I'll pay you for that as well. I'm just trying to get some cereal here. Trying to be the cereal connoisseur that I pretend to be. But now that that's that, back to Scott. Back to the great guy. He sent me some other books as well. Some things that he thought I'd like and some things that he knew I'd like, that he knows I would like. First thing, he sent me the first issue of Naive Interdimensional Commando Koalas. And it's like an Abbey Road parody cover. I've seen this around somewhere. I don't remember where. Or I've seen something similar. But I don't know where. Probably in a bin somewhere. I just never picked it up. I don't have any of this, by the way. That's wrong. I might have one of these, but it's okay to have 2. And I'll talk to that when I get there. Next up is Adolescent Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters. I have not seen this one. But I'm sure I'm going to love it. I love the cover as well. Howard the Duck #1 of the 3-issue series. The official adaptation of the movie. I love Howard. I think if you don't love Howard, you don't like comic books. It's plain and simple. And this is the one that I do have one of, but it's fine. Everybody needs to have 2 of these as far as I'm concerned. This is Alf, Supersized Annual #1. Everybody needs to read about the alien that eats cats. Everybody needs to read and everybody needs to enjoy. And then the one that he really knew I would enjoy. And I do absolutely adore this thing. This is a Betty and Veronica #1 variant. And it's a Riverdale Comic Con. And that cover is fantastic. I really can't get enough of it. I stared at this cover for probably 10, 15 minutes when I got it because I just loved everything that was going on. I loved everything that was happening. Big fan of this cover. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for being a good person. I never thought I would meet somebody or get to know somebody through YouTube that I could call a friend. And I will officially, I will say that I do see you as a friend. And thank you for being you. Continue to be you. And hopefully we remain friends. Now, actually, because Scott did this, I'm going to do my comics last. Because he sent me that and incited me to be nice at the beginning of a video. I know in his hauls, he puts comics last. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just straight up rip off his shtick. So, cereal first. I got this Despicable Me Minion made Kellogg's brand. It's one of the licensed cereals. As I've said before with these, the cereal itself, not good. The marshmallows, they're marshmallows. You can't really do anything wrong with them. The issue with this one is that it's not really an issue because the cereal may be not good, but it's a good flavor. It's brown sugar vanilla. It's brown sugar vanilla flavored, which is good. I didn't. I don't. I think it takes to the cereal better than the blueberry flavor did in the princess cereals. It's okay. I don't know why I keep giving into these Kellogg's licensed cereals. I just want to watch Moana. That's all I want to do. I've been trying to watch Moana for like a month and a half, and every time I go to start it, I can't get through it. And if I can't get through it, I mean I don't get it started. I hit play, and then something happens. From there, do I go vinyl or books? I don't know where to go next. Vinyl or books? Let's do books. I got a few real quick, but I do have 3 new boxes of books that will start to be worked into this, and holy shit, there's some fucking winners in there. First up is Alfred Hitchcock, my favorites in suspense. No dust jacket on it. Looks like there might be a little bit of aging issues on the spine. Deckle Edge, there it is. Published by Random House. I don't know if it's a collection of Hitchcock. I don't know if it's some Hitchcock shorts that he liked. I don't know. I don't have a guess for a year that's going to even be close, but 1974. I'm just throwing it out there. 74. I truly have no idea. And it's 1959. Yep, not close. Not a good start. Not a good start. Next up, it is Anatomy of a Murder by Robert Traver, published by St. Martin's Press. Just a hardback, no dust jacket. Spine's a little separated, and it's a little warped, it looks like. Once again, no idea. So I'm going to stick with that. Let's go 59. Let's stick with the year. Let's say we got a streak of them going. This is 1958, so we're on the right track. 58 on that guy. If it seems like I'm hurrying, it's kind of like I kind of am. I have a town hall meeting I got to get to tonight. There's like a rally prior, and I'm trying to work up the talking points. So I'm going to try to talk about things like that. That's what's happening there. Next up is that's in French. Oh boy. Baudelaire Complete Poems, and I saw the copyright, so this one doesn't have the game. The Complete Poems of Charles Baudelaire, and it is 1926. 1926 hardback. Severe deckle edge. Wow, that deckle edge is amazing. So deckled, can't be the word. It's even has a deckle edge on this side. That's incredible. I like that a lot. Next up, The House of a Thousand Candles by Meredith Nicholson. And the cover is kind of like a sticker on the hardback. It's a hardback, it's your canvas, but then there's like a laminated sticker almost on the cover. This thing looks old too. I'm gonna go 1948 on this, and that's just kind of in between the other two. That's why I went with it. And we have a 1905. 1905 on this. I'm a fan. Didn't think it was going to be that old. Next up, 2 left, we have Ray Foley's Where Helen Lies, a novel suspense. I'm pretty sure it's a book club edition. No, it isn't. It has a cover price of $6.95 actually. But I like these old covers. No matter what they are, they always look pulpy. There's the back cover. $6.95 cover price. It's a red badge novel of suspense. 1961. 61 on Where Helen Lies. It's probably going to be the 70s. Yep, 1976. Went the other way. Went the other way on that one. And last of the books is Spetsnaz, or Spetsnaz, The Inside Story of the Soviet Special Forces by Viktor Suvorov. Viktor Suvorov. It's probably still wrong. I tried. I'm sorry. It is a book club edition. I got to go 73 on Spetsnaz. 73 on Spetsnaz. 87. This is the first American edition, 88. Well, that was a fail. That was a fail all around. Now, what's probably going to take the good chunk of the video, which is the vinyl. Two of my local FYEs, two of my local For You Entertainments, are going out of business. I went to one because the vinyl was 50% off. In addition to somehow I'm still roped into being a VIP, so I got 60% off. So I just snagged some things that I got good deals on, snagged some things that I've wanted for a while but didn't like their prices. First up, got ASAP Ferg's Always Strive and Prosper. ASAP Ferg, for anybody that doesn't know, is part of the ASAP mob. It's going to be a weird person who kind of doesn't know who ASAP Ferg is, but doesn't know who ASAP Rocky is. But ASAP Rocky was also a member of the ASAP mob with ASAP Ferg. I've only listened to a few tracks off this album so far. I liked his first album. Shaba was an amazing song. But this is a 2LP. It's a gatefold. There's the back. And, of course, I'm taking it out, so you know that means it's not just a plain black vinyl. This is actually kind of a slate marble, kind of a gray marble. Slate marble, I think, is the best way I could describe it. Both discs are the slate marbled. And this came from a big, in addition to me wanting just, some current hip hop, some current rap music in my collection. I've wanted to put any hip hop rap in my collection. I had a serious lack of it, I felt. And then I added it with that. Next up is Fit for a King's Death Grip. This is a fairly new album. I think it came out last year. Deathcore outfit, Fit for a King. That's a hard one to say. This was extremely cheap with the sale. I've listened to Fit for a King. I've never listened to them long enough to say whether I'm like a fan or not. They're good, but I've never listened to them long enough. There's the sleeve art, which is great. And then also this one is kind of a green, I think it's called green Coke bottle green it might be called, because it's not quite clear and it's kind of an opaque, it's a green Coke bottle. I see it's coming across more clearish, but it's translucent. It's translucent green Coke bottle color. But I'm excited to give that a full listen to. Have not given that a full playthrough yet. Next up, I've been looking to get some of her stuff in my collection for a while. With the price on this, I couldn't pass it up. This is Amy Winehouse's Frank. I think just one of the greatest voices in the history of music. Lost her too soon. It's terrible that she was struggling with those issues, and I'm just issues like that hit home to me. That's the only reason I get kind of slower when I talk about them. But excited to have this in the collection. 2LP. It's a gatefold. There she is in the middle. And on one of the sleeves, there is a picture of her. It just blows my mind. She is so incredibly gorgeous on it. This picture is unbelievably beautiful. I love this picture. I absolutely adore that picture. And on the back, she's stunning as well. I love the art layout and the art design of this vinyl. That sleeve in general. Vinyl's just standard black on this one. I know you might have been excited because I was pulling it out, but it was to show the pictures of Amy herself. Next up, I'm not the biggest fan. Let's be honest, not really a fan at all of the person. But this album was kind of a deal to me back in the day, and I needed it on vinyl, and for the price I got, I couldn't pass it up. This is Kanye's The College Dropout. Like I said, I don't like the person. I don't think Kanye is that good of a person. I don't think he's a good person at all, to be honest with you. But I don't know him personally. All I know is what I've read and what I've heard. But this album is great. Graduation Day, Jesus Walks, the new workout plan. There's a lot of hits here. Standard black vinyl on that one, though. In addition to trying to add hip hop, I said I grabbed this thing, which I think it's been there for a while because without showing it, as you see, it's pretty beat up. I mean, it's really beat up, to be honest with you. The vinyls are fine. The vinyls are in great condition, but the sleeve itself is not good. But this is Tupac's All Eyes on Me deluxe, digitally remastered. The greatest thing is that the cover is just the CD cover blown up. They didn't even take the 2 compact discs sticker off of it because this is actually a 4 LP. It is a gatefold, but it's 4 LP and it is a big chunk of record. I cannot wait to put that on. Next up, and another amazing voice, an incredible voice that I've been looking to get into my collection. I had to check to see if it was black. I've been looking to get in my collection for a while and just never got around to finding the right price, or there was something else that I picked up instead. This is Lana Del Rey's Ultraviolence. Lana Del Rey is probably one of the most depressing is the wrong word, but sometimes her voice just comes along so dark, and it's fantastic. I am really excited to be in a certain mood at some point, throw this album on, and just sit there, which is something I very rarely do. It's hard for me to just sit. I'm always doing 2 or 3 things. Next up, ASAP Rocky, the aforementioned ASAP Rocky. But then again, if you didn't know who ASAP Rocky was before, you're not going to know now. This is At Long Last ASAP. Came out last year, 2 years ago maybe. It is a 2 LP. It is a gatefold. I am a fan of ASAP Rocky. Obviously I'm a fan of the ASAP Mob. There's the back. And it didn't help, or it didn't hurt that the price I paid for this and the fact that it is white vinyl didn't hurt at all. That helped me make a decision. I like this album though. I actually listened to this album a lot more than I did ASAP Ferg's album. I've listened to this one at length a few times, and I do enjoy this album. Next up, I told you there's a lot of vinyl. If you were here for the comics, too bad. They're coming. But Scott's a great person. I did this for him. I just laughed because I opened it. This is Acacia Strain's Death is the Only Mortal. Anybody that knows me knows Acacia Strain is my favorite band. I have been for many years. This album didn't do it for me. Going back and listening to it now, it has some merit. It is pretty good. But at the time, it's not what I wanted. It's not what I was interested in, so I didn't buy it. But with the sale, I got it, and here it is now. There's the front. There's the back. It is a gatefold, and the great part about the gatefold, and this makes me laugh every time, it has a pop-up, and there you see what the pop-up is. It is an upside-down cross, which is fucking amazing. That alone made me regret not getting this prior. Single LP, though, but you see me pulling, by the way, because the cross folds out, the corner of the sleeve has to be folded in so it doesn't interact with the pop out. But this is a gorgeous pink marble. Wow, it's hard to see. A gorgeous pink marbling. It's still hard to see. See if I pull it out a little bit. And I did pre-order their new album that's coming out, Grave Bloom. Death Bloom? Grave Bloom. Grave Bloom, I think. I pre-ordered it on a gorgeous colored vinyl, which you will see when it comes in. I will not spoil the color of that thing because it in and of itself is a fantastic name. The way they titled the color of it just it gives me the chills, and it's a gorgeous looking vinyl as well. 2 vinyls left. And these last 2 albums were pretty special to me. The amount of time I put into listening to both these albums over the years is off the charts. The first one is the Used, self-titled. This album is fucking amazing. There's so many good songs on this. The Used bring back so many feelings in me that they're even hard to explain because I don't know if I was feeling them back then or I was just suppressing them. I don't know. But I love the Used. It is a gatefold with the lyrics inside of there, which you don't see a lot. You don't see them putting the lyrics on the inside of the gatefold. There's the back with the band, and this is a colored vinyl. It is I think it's cream with red splatter, although it looks more like a pinkish with kind of a tan. I'll go cream with red splatter. There's a little more splatter on the back, you can see. But just gorgeous looking vinyl, and it being such a great album, that's a win-win for me. And last vinyl is incredibly important to me. This album, the amount of songs on here that could be considered like along certain points of my life to be soundtracks at a certain point. This is Blink-182's "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket." I've been waiting to get my hands on this for a long time. I could have bought a standard black one for, I don't know, like 35, 40 bucks. I wanted a colored vinyl version though. The sale I got on this thing, I couldn't beat it. And this is actually, it was being carried by FYE, but it's actually from one of the vinyl companies that I buy straight from all the time, SRC vinyl. And this is actually the yellow, transparent, I guess it'd be translucent, yellow translucent. And this album is so good. I love this album. There's so many good songs on here. I'm very happy with this lot I got. At the end of it, I think I ended up paying 15, 16 bucks a vinyl, which is not bad considering most of them had retail price of 25 and up. Some as high as 39, some as high as 45. So 16 bucks a pop is not bad for that. Now, new comics of the week, and we're 22 minutes in. So if you were here for the comics way earlier, I'm not sorry. I did this for Scott. Once again, Scott, thank you for being you. I hope you made it this far. I mean, if not, don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. My comics are not in any order. I apologize ahead of time, but like I said, kind of in a hurry. This is in a hurry. Just spent 40 minutes on vinyl. 7 to Eternity, number 5. This book has been amazing. I can't wait to read this. I love where this is going. It's setting up such a great scale of things. The Wasp, number 4. Love this book. Deadpool versus the Punisher. This is the variant. I like the other cover, but it reminded me of the Deadpool Gambit number 1. Deadpool versus Gambit cover. So, what with this one? More action-y. Power Man and Iron Fist, number 15. I think this is the last issue. I know Iron Fist has his own book, which is okay now. I read the first 2 issues. It's actually decent. Power Man's Luke Cage's book is coming out next week, maybe? Soon, at least. I'm at least on that. I'm reading Iron Fist. I'm not exactly on it as we speak. I've been reading it at work. But Power Man is coming out, and I am on that. Mosaic number 7. And I'll take any cover that involves Lockjaw. The book maybe that I was most excited about this week, and that I know other people were, Scott included. I think he said this is the book he was most excited for this week. Godshaper number 1 by Cy Spurrier, art by Jonas Goonface. This is the variant cover, which I couldn't choose between the two, but the regular cover had the one that my shop got, the corner was bent, and I did not want that. So got this cover, and I still really like this cover. It was a toss-up, but that's the bent corners were the deciding factor. Old Man Logan number 21. I saw the solicitations for these covers, so when this book came out today, I didn't know if it was really it. I thought we were seeing like another preview, but it's out. American Gods number 2. Sorry, Neil Gaiman's American Gods number 2, which is how it's solicited, but is not how that is on the title. His name's up here, but it's not called Neil Gaiman's American Gods. I really like the first issue, though. Big fan. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money, number 10. I tried to read. This is part 5 of Death Do Us Part. I tried to read the Deadpool Spider-Man arcs, like parts of this arc. I couldn't do it. I wasn't a fan of whatever was going on in that Spider-Man Deadpool book. Action Comics number 977. Love that cover. This might be the variant cover. I'm not sure, but I love that cover. I think that's Rebirth of Superman or Superman Risen. Something else. Something's going on in there. New Superman number 10. And you know I try to go for the covers with him eating pizza. Nope, wrong. Him eating anything. Him eating pizza is a bonus, but him eating anything are the covers I go for. Wonder Woman number 20. Another fantastic Wonder Woman cover. Looking forward to that. Supergirl number 8. A cover that I didn't even have to look at the other one to know that this is the one I wanted. Kind of they're both kind of wearing their vintage costumes, so I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that. Detective Comics number 954. I didn't see the other cover. This is the only one I saw. This is the one I got. Shop was shorted the other cover. That's it for new books. I did get a back issue, though. I got Marvel Team Up number 67, featuring Spider-Man and Tigra. Anytime I think of Tigra, I think of that miniseries that Deodato did of Tigra, which I loved. And I try to sell every time at the shop. Nobody's interested. But I've wanted to work on these team-ups for a while. I found a nice chunk of them at work. So they're in my bin now. I'm just going to snag one every week. There's other stuff in my bin, though. So I don't know if I'll get one of those every week, but at least getting a back issue. Got a couple posters. I got the Cable poster, which is the cover of Cable number 1, and the Deadpool Punisher poster, which I want to unfold them. It would take too long, and then the video would be way too long, and then I would struggle to put it back to fold it again, and then I would probably get mad, crumple it, and it would not be good for anybody involved. I am aware that I just talked for roughly 26 minutes straight without a beverage because my Arnie Palmy is not open. It will be, and I'm going to take a drink before I say goodbye. I guess that's what's going to happen. Check out the podcast. Stick and I do a podcast. Earbones Comics. There's audio as well as there's video now. I don't really recommend the video because it's basically just a camera on us doing an audio podcast. There's very few visual aids. I'll put it that way. I mean, well, we try to accommodate, but what can you do? Links to all that will be in the bottom. Check out Stick's Gaming channel where we have a wrestling kind of promotion. I'm the current champion, but he will be challenging me shortly on there. We play other games. There's other series on there that he does as well. Check that out. Follow me on Twitter at BreakdownBrand. That's it. Thank you for watching. Once again, Scott, thank you. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate you as a friend. And I appreciate everybody who watches this. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. So, love yourselves. Love each other. And read Archie.